Hello, good evening. Welcome to मेरा राय लाइव रिव्यू, वो भी Diandra Soares के साथ. Welcome सबको.
Hello. Do we have any signs to make today? Let's give the high five. With consent.
Yeah, we've given permission, allowed to touch.
Yeah.
I'll touch you. I'll touch you. Okay, so
And Andy, you can also touch my bras and all. It's all right.
thanks. Like आजकल वो ब्रा का सिचुएशन बहुत दिख रहा है क्योंकि जब भी राहुल के फैंस को कुछ भी बोलो, but you took a bra out.
Yeah. So mine is, लेकिन आपने इतने कांड किए, which the cands, when I asked them what's the can't, they say, oh, you kissed Rahul on stage, you kissed Gautam, you took him to the bathroom. So I have another photograph where I'm kissing a woman. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to post that so they can have a field day with this and make me more famous.
हाँ, ऐसे ही करते हैं. हम ट्रेंड करेंगे. Lesbian kissing by Diandra Soares. खत्म हो गया बात. खलास. Let's do it. So let's start the review. देखो फिर हमारा शो शुरुआत हुआ था परफॉर्मेंसेस से. I loved राखी का परफॉर्मेंस क्योंकि वो जो भी परफॉर्मेंस करती है मुझे पसंद ही आता है क्योंकि it's about her insides just coming alive at that moment and वो बहुत अच्छी लग रही थी. पर honestly वो बाकी के परफॉर्मेंसेस थोड़े कम पड़ गए. मतलब निकी का डांस का अंदाज तो हमें हर सुबह दिखता है कि she can't dance and it's clear and she's like 15 left feet and
but can Pappu dance?
Pappu can't dance. But he can sing. He can
sing, but not better than Jan.
Not better than Jan. No. Jan is better singer. वो तो प्रूव हो गया था. सर्टिफिकेट पे भी लिखा था खुद राहुल ने. So we are not saying. He said, stop bullying Rahul. No.
I will.
No.
I will.
मैं अलाउ नहीं करूंगा. रफूल को
I will.
नहीं.
मैं करूंगी. I will give more names and more names and more names.
जमूरा, हल्का, कुछ मत बोलो उसको.
BJJ, जमूरा, चचुंदर, आलू बुखारा, रेड भगोड़ा, सस्ता पास्ता, नल्ला मीटर, पोपलू, पप्पू पंती.
So anyway, तो ये let's talk about सोनाली और अली की लव स्टोरी. ये
प्यार हुआ इकरार हुआ. One second.
सीरियसली बोलो Diandra.
अब क्या बोले मुझे समझ में नहीं आ रहा है.
सोनाली जी ने ऑब्वियसली ये
I mean, this is like the height of she has not in this 1 week decided मैं सब कुछ करूंगी. सब कुछ जो like what maybe across all seasons ने अलग-अलग contestants ने किए होंगे, इसने एक हफ्ते में उसने सब कर डाला. She might as well take him to the bathroom also.
हाँ, वो उन्होंने किसी को ना ही उन्हें किसी की ब्रा दिखाई है. ओके, तो अब तक उन्होंने कुछ नहीं किया है सोनाली ने अब तक. क्यों नहीं किया? करो ना.
Yeah, because I mean this is ridiculous. But okay, what do you think about this?
I'll tell you. ये सोनाली जी ने वो उनको लगा मुझे घर जाना है तो अगर मैं ये सारी चीजें मैं सबको देख लेती हूँ कि उनका क्या अच्छा लग रहा है घर के बाहर तो मैं वो कॉपी करके उसको अभी इस्तेमाल करती हूँ ताकि मुझे वोट्स मिले और मैं घर ना जाऊं. और उसमें उनको ये नहीं पता चल रहा है कि वो इतना जो कर रही हैं वो कितना ही लाइक उनका जो पूरा पोल है पूरा खुल चुका है. सलमान खान हंस रहे हैं, ऑडियंस घर पे हंस रहे हैं, घर में अंदर लोग उन पे हंस रहे हैं पर उनको ये समझ नहीं आ रहा है और वो जबरदस्ती चीजें बना रही है जो है ही नहीं हवा से.
She thinks she thinks ना कि वो अभी she's the cat's whiskers. I don't know हिंदी में क्या बोलते हैं इसको, लेकिन
बिल्ली
she
के बाल।
really thinks कि मैं ये सब करूंगी तो it's like I have arrived and I'll be the best contestant ever. And I don't think she and a few other people understand Salman's sarcasm. so, so things go over their head. They think that Salman's like really praising them.
I think जो रुबीना है ना, शी इज वेरी, क्या कहते हैं, शी इज वेरी सिंपल एक्चुअली। इफ यू एक्चुअली गो टू सी, शी वो बहुत चालाक बनने की कोशिश कर रही है, बट एक्चुअली उनको लग रहा है कि अगर ऐसे ऐसे करूंगी तो कोई कुछ समझेगा नहीं, मैं बहुत ही इतनी क्लेवर हूँ, बट शी इज नॉट दैट क्लेवर बिकॉज द गेम प्लान इज ऑल आउट इन द ओपन, राइट?
She's not, and you know, I feel like okay, हमको पता है कि अर्शी कैसी है, राइट? वी नो कि वो चाबी मारेगी एंड ये करेगी एंड यू नो, बट देन ऑन सम लेवल, to an extent, that's her game personality, that's her TV personality. Maybe she's not always like this, but this Sonali has decided that she's suddenly just going to be like this. You get what I'm saying? And this going and throwing water on Arshi, मेरा मन किया तो मैंने किया, मुझे नहीं पता था कि आप नहीं कर सकते हो, ये रूल है, whatever, when everyone's trying to explain it to her. And I don't understand why Rahul and all did not make a big deal out of this thing. Then he was sitting nicely on the table, Sonali ji, trying to explain the situation in that voice. Suddenly that comes on. Like yesterday also in the episode, he had that voice when his face fell flat. जब सलमान ने पूछा कि, I mean, was jadoing Sonali, then he didn't know what to do. He like wanted to, you know, hope that the sofa would open and he would go in so Salman wouldn't realize he's on the sofa. You know what I'm saying? And then the justification. So what's happening is this selective outrage that's happening. Ali, also part of this gang, Hully Bully boys. I mean, what is going on? Why selective outrage? Don't have selective outrage, no?
पर वो सिलेक्टिव आउटरीच किस लिए होता है? ताकि उनकी गेम स्ट्रांग हो, ताकि वो जो उनके दुश्मन हैं उनके अगेंस्ट हो जाए,
उनकी गैंग, उनकी ट्राइब, उनका झुंड।
हाँ, वो अपने लिए करते हैं बहुत। ये किसी को कोई कोई आउटरीच है नहीं, क्योंकि जो वो खुद कर रहे हैं ना, बहुत ज्यादा कर रहे हैं। इनफैक्ट जो अली गेम खेल रहा है, बैकफुट पे खेल रहा है, बहुत बार उसको बोला गया कि आप बैकफुट पे खेल रहे हो, अब वो फ्रंट फुट पे आएगा। बट अगेन हम एंड ऑफ एपिसोड देख सकते हैं, उसने जाके अपनी वो शुरू कर दी है, राखी जी मैंने आपको उस टाइम पे नहीं बोला था इस गंदी बात के ऊपर, क्योंकि मैंने ही कि आप बुरी लगो। सो ही इज गेटिंग हर इन द लपेटा। देन ही इज गॉन टू निकी, निकी तुम पहले जो ऐसी थी, तुम ऐसे लगती थी, तुम ऐसी अच्छी लगती हो। मतलब ही इज अगेन प्लेइंग ऑन द बैक फुट, अगेन ही इज manipulating people and he's talking bakwas.
But that's his personality. You've seen it through the season since he's been here. The first time also, जो जब वो अंदर था इस घर में, and even now, see, I'll tell you something. Even though having said all of this about Ali, मुझे ऐसे लगता है कि honestly he's been a much better player than a lot of people who've been on this season.
I agree.
And मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि instead of this whole friendship, BFF, मैं जैस्मिन के लिए आया हूँ, this whole act that they put on, that they're not boyfriend girlfriend and they suddenly fell in love here and they suddenly had this big realization and he's come for her and this crying and don't go and you know whatever and so much dramatic. मुझे लगता है कि this was just very unneeded. In fact, if he had come here from the beginning as a original contestant, I think he would be a very strong player. मुझे लगता है कि if he had come on another season from the start, he would have been a great contender because the minute
काफी है अली के लिए, क्योंकि
he played well in task. He manipulated people and he got his way. He became captain in that dancing task and everything. He managed to speak and you know, strategize and उसने बहुत सारा कुछ किया. You remember the dancing task with the dancing all night where the performers were coming constantly? He got his way.
बात है, मैं आपको समझाता हूँ। अली की गेम ना बैकफुट पे स्नीकी गेम है, मैनिपुलेशन की गेम है। मतलब वो स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड राइचस गेम नहीं है, वो बहुत ही गंदी गेम है, in a dirty way he plays a dirty game.
Yeah, but
इसलिए
that
मुझे
is showing
कभी-कभी
his
लगता है कि
personality, na?
I don't like that kind of game. That's my personal choice. I'm
Correct.
not saying there's nothing wrong with the game. That's a choice he's made.
Yeah,
उसका choice, उसका personality है, वो खेल रहा है और वो इससे जीत भी सकता है. I'll say that also. He can win
yeah,
with the game. But do
yeah,
I like the
and
game is a different question.
correct. It's not a personality even I like. I'm more a upfront person. If
Hmm.
I feel a certain way, whatever it is, I'll say it just then and there. You know, I mean, it's not something that even I would do. If I had a strategy in mind, if ever, and I did have a few, I was smart enough कि मैं उसके बारे में बात ना करूं किसी के साथ, क्योंकि आप जब बात करते हो फिर वीकेंड पे somebody or the other will remove that topic,
Yeah.
and then the people who you've strategized against will realize it. So a lot of times, like for example, एक ऐसा टास्क हुआ था, I'm just going to talk about it briefly. एक ऐसा टास्क हुआ था पकड़ने वाला, you know, 3 people had to this thing, and I had the choice. Yeah, so I had the choice to choose, and I didn't choose Karishma to sit in that, and I chose for it to be between Pandit, which is Praneeth, Preetam, and Gautam. And I knew that they would have a fight and that they would break up. And that's what happened.
Hmm.
That's when the P3G split.
Yes.
So, but when Karishma upset ho gayi thi mere se, and she came and asked me, how could you have not taken my name and this and that, I gave her some other explanations instead of openly trying to tell her this, in the hopes that I thought she would understand and get it. But unfortunately, she didn't get it. Lekin it was okay. We resolved it. You know, it didn't become such a big thing, and we didn't have a big fight over it. But the game plan and the strategy was to split these guys up.
And it is a game plan. वो सब ठीक है, आप game plan जितना मर्जी रखो, पर जब आप ना manipulation की game खेलते हो, then you're called out for it, and फिर आप मानते नहीं हो कि आप ऐसे गंदी game खेल रहे हो.
Correct.
तो
That's what I'm
आपको
saying.
मानना
Like
चाहिए.
if someone had caught this, they did ask me at one point, Salman ने मुझे पूछा in some truth and dare thing, but because I had not repeated this strategy of mine to anyone, I could have said okay, and I did. I got away with it. The thing is also what happens with when you're strategizing and you're doing whatever. Ali को ये पता नहीं लग is not understanding maybe this, that everybody is also watching this, so you cannot deny it. It's like a Rahul denying that he did not instigate Sonali. How
Yes,
can you deny that
it's
you did
very
not? जब
frustrating.
सबने देखा, how can Sonali deny that मैंने धमकी नहीं दी बाहर की, when Salman is saying, but we have shown this, what do you mean? And she's like, no, show it to me, then I'll believe it. Like, when did I say this? Who did I say this? So the problem what's happening is now सब कांड कर रहे हैं, and then they are trying to on the weekend be like whitewash themselves and behave like
मतलब सब देवेंद्र
angels.
करके
You're feeling,
वो सब धोके आप बैठ जाते हो एक मतलब हूर परी बन के. It
and
doesn't
they look very like shocked when this thing comes, like when somebody says like, really, like I said this happened, मुझे याद नहीं है कब हुआ ये, you know, or I never said this, show it to me. And like I or the justification to defend and say कि मैंने ये नहीं किया, मैंने वो नहीं बोला, मैंने actually रोकने की कोशिश की. I mean, how come we didn't see that?
Yeah. पर यही तो बात है ना कि that's what I'm saying, वो जो righteous game खेलते हैं, इसलिए अगर रुबीना अभिनव को देखो, they are what they are, they're on someone's face, they're not. वो करते हैं पीठ पीछे बातें, मैं ये नहीं कहूंगा कि वो नहीं करते, वो करते हैं, पर ज्यादातर वो बात अपनी गेम के लिए होती है या फिर
But who doesn't? Who doesn't? What are you going to talk about in this house?
पर वो ऐसे, I don't think they say things about people that are like mean and they're not plotting against
They
people.
don't say that, and then they go and sit with those same people and try and be like, oh, you're my sister, you're my brother, blah blah blah. Ali बोलता है कि ये मेरी बहन है, but then his food was more important, that he didn't think he needed to get involved in that fight, so he didn't get up from the food.
Let me ask you a question, Diandra. अगर रुबीना अली की बहन है और अगर हम उसको रुबीना नहीं बोलते, हम इलम गोली बुलाते हैं क्योंकि इलम उसकी बहन का नाम है, राइट? तो इलम जी अगर कहीं पे किसी ने उसको आके ऐसे लफ्ज यूज किए हैं उनके लिए, क्या अली खा के बैठेगा एक साइड पे या फिर उसके पास आएगा, उसकी सपोर्ट करेगा? Tell me, Diandra.
I know I have been thinking about this too, and I was going to even tweet about it. And then I said, why involve his sister, who's not even on this show, in this thing? Because actually, I'm just using it as an example. But people don't understand that. Like, even when I made that comment saying, Agar main Ali ki mummy hoti, to main usko, you know,
Hmm.
सिखाती या सीधा कर देती in that tweet when Ilham and I got into an issue and she's like, how can you bring my mother into it? This. I'm using it as an example to say that if you can make this comment and say अगर आप बोल सकते कि अगर मेरी बीबी होती तो मैं सीधा कर देता, then I can also say that अगर मैं आपकी मम्मी होती या आप you
Yeah.
know whatever आपकी
मैं
मम्मी
तुम्हें
होती तो
सीधे कर
काश
देती
आपकी
हूँ.
मम्मी ने आपको सीधा कर देता. So the thing is, if you're saying someone is your sister, from which heart आप बोल रहे हो? क्योंकि ये अगर इसकी रियल बहन के साथ होता, he would have lost
वो
his
पूरा घर जला
shit
देता.
like he lost it when Kavita said, हाँ मैं तेरी
हाँ.
पापा हूँ, whatever that comment was, मैं तेरी बाप हूँ or whatever.
मैं तेरा बाप हूँ.
I mean, you lost it at that. That you lost it at when someone said, हाँ मैं तेरी बाप हूँ. You have even responded with something similar to this
The
thing.
same thing.
But
उसने बोला मैं तेरा बाप हूँ.
in this whole situation that happened, आपका खाना मैं खाना नहीं छोड़ता हूँ. So that was the justification given that
Yeah.
you know whatever. And the other justification ये है when Salman asked him कि आप जब राहुल और रुबीना झगड़ा करते हैं तो आप क्यों नहीं कुछ बोलते हो या रोकते हो whatever, and he's like नहीं दोनों बोलते हैं तो उनको बोलने दो. In fact, there are times where you see him, they show him laughing.
Yeah. Fully laughing. और रुबीना के ऊपर जब भी कुछ राहुल कहता है रुबीना को, वो हमेशा हंसता है एंड उसको उकसाता है कि और कर, और फिर वीकेंड आके वो बिल्कुल एंजल बन जाता है कि मैं तो कुछ बोलता नहीं हूँ, मैं तो बहुत अच्छा
But
हूँ.
this is the definition of bully. Why do you think I call Rahul and Ali Huli? Hul and the end of Ali, Ly, Huli boys. They are Huli boys.
तो इट्स रियली इंटरेस्टिंग. पर अभिनव ने जब कहा था पॉपकॉर्न फेंकते हुए कि मेरी जो पेशेंस है, मेरा सब्र जो है, उसको लोगों ने मेरी वीकनेस समझ लिया है. अब मैं उसको जला डालूंगा. अब मैं अपना सब्र नहीं दिखाऊंगा इस घर के अंदर, क्योंकि यहाँ पे कोई जगह नहीं.
Yeah.
So I think it's a good point, but actually will he do anything? Because right now he's not standing up for himself. Abhinav jo nahi kar raha
No. I thought that he said he had some very valid points today. He made this point जब उसने बोला था कि जब राहुल जोक्स मारता है जो दूसरे के ऊपर और हंसता है वो ठीक है, लेकिन खुद के ऊपर अगर कुछ आए तो उसको he just can't stand it. And this is the thing, if you're dishing out crap, learn to accept it. So let me tell you, today I felt like Abhinav did have some points, and her rose now I'm noticing that he is saying things, he is speaking, but he is speaking and saying things which makes sense and in the moment and when it's required. I just don't understand how most of these people now are just fighting for no rhyme or reason because they think that this is what the audience wants to watch. And the audience doesn't want to watch just that. Who wants to watch this 24/7? There are many other ways to entertain people. So kya ho raha hai na? I feel like because the rest are so engrossed in this fighting and going in each other's faces, so he looks diminished or less. I feel Abhinav is really coming into his own. He's understood ki it's very sad that someone has to make this statement honestly and say ki what I thought would be sabar. I mean, if you see first season of Bigg Boss, Rahul Roy won that season because he was shant. He was like, he did. I mean, there were Raki Sama, there were so many people in that season who were at each other's throats and whatever else and whatever. And Rahul won because he was, he showed amazing levels of patience. Of course, as the show, ye show jab famous hota gaya, it started changing. People started going in with preconceived notions. Contestants started going in. I feel Ejaz and a lot of people purposely scream and shout, purposely keep doing this. Okay, Rahul's game is what? Tell me.
राहुल की गेम
Except
याद है,
for
मुझे कुछ पूछना है राहुल की गेम के बारे में। जो 2 चीज़ें जो बोली गई हैं इस हफ्ते में, जो वीकेंड के वार पे बिल्कुल बोला नहीं गया। एक तो है कि रुबीना के बैग के अंदर हाथ डाल रहा था और बोला था कि मैं उसके बैग के अंदर हाथ डाल रहा हूँ, ना कि उसके बदन के अंदर डाल रहा हूँ
but we
हाथ।
discussed this, no?
सो दैट्स वन कमेंट जो बहुत ही गंदा था औरतों के लिए, जो मतलब दिखाता है कि ऐसा कोई बंदा जो है बहुत ही किस तरह का सोच रखता है औरतों के लिए, और इसको एक्सेप्ट कर लिया गया, उसको उसको हाईलाइट नहीं किया गया। ऊपर से एक और कमेंट आया था कि नाला सुपारा की महारानी या क्वीन। तो फिर ये 2 डिरोगेटरी कमेंट्स राहुल ने अपनी गेम में बोली हैं, एक औरतों की प्रति और एक एक एरिया की प्रति, जहां से उसके भी बहुत सारे फैंस होंगे आई एम श्योर। तो ये चीजें बिग बॉस ने, अगर निकी की अंडरवेयर की स्टोरी उनके पास टाइम था उसको
Correct.
निकालने के लिए,
Correct.
तो उन्होंने वो स्टोरी क्यों नहीं निकाली जब उसने औरत के ऊपर ऐसे बोला, जब उसने नाला सुपारा के ऊपर ऐसे बोला? टेल मी
Exactly.
दयेंद्र।
And also जब सलमान उनको reprimand कर रहे या डांट रहे हैं या कुछ बोल रहे गलत, he is speaking very differently to a Rahul, very not so ब्रूटल एंड हार्श, जैसे कि उसने बैश किया हुआ है रुबीना को इन द पास्ट या अभिनव को इन द पास्ट, यू नो व्हाट आई मीन, लाइक अ लॉट ऑफ देम हैव गॉटन more serious bashing. It's more intense, and I feel why this discrimination. These are good points. These things should have come up, because if the Nikki thing came up, then even the Rahul thing should have come up. But I feel like somehow they like defending these men. I feel like they like defending this toxic masculinity. I feel like they won't highlight the homophobic comments. Let's talk about the homophobic comments. Aaj Vikas ne कुछ tweets किए हैं, and even I have seen it. Even that episode, even I felt when he was jumping, saying chakka and whatever, and of course he's trying to hide it by saying yeah, whatever, cricket and something, and it's not meant like that. Why are these things not talked about? They should talk about these things on weekend. Is this ये सब चीजें हैं जो आप इस कंट्री के यूथ को दिखाना चाहते हैं? I mean, like, what's
वो
going on?
मुझे
The
लग रहा है
fans are
बिग बॉस का
very young.
जो है
So why aren't they
ना
addressing
करके,
this?
जब आप ना जब ये चीजें यू स्वीपिंग अंडर द कार्पेट, व्हाट दैट्स डूइंग इज इट्स टेलिंग एवरीवन इट्स ओके टू बिहेव लाइक
It's
दिस, इट्स
okay.
ओके टू
Correct.
talk
That's a
about
joke.
women,
It's funny.
it's okay to talk about areas that you think are lower than you, it's okay to talk about people that are not the same sexuality as you, and it's okay, ये generally okay है, तो फिर इसलिए इनके ऊपर कुछ ध्यान नहीं करते, and it's the worst thing they can do to the country.
Correct. I absolutely. What is this comment? I'm sorry. It's too. I don't want to come so
When are you
close. I'm
doing the
like,
next contest? Sorry. Manpreet, thank you for the
okay.
super
I
chat.
thought it was like some profound question.
हमारा next competition बहुत जल्दी होगा, बहुत जल्दी. I usually do on Friday for a Saturday show, just so you know. I was just like, no, but it's a super chat, so I always highlight my super chat straight away as soon as I get one. Super chats are highlighted, and they pay a little bit of money towards the pot, and then what I do is I just highlight it straight away. I always do that, and I always thank them because they're supporting the cause.
Okay.
So then let's get back to the point. So Rahul ki game ka to hame pata hai ki it's becoming like on another level, but let's talk about other people also. अब राखी का जो प्यार है अभिनव के लिए एक तरफा, अभी वो कह रही थी कि अब वो और करेगी इस हफ्ते, क्या ये
But
उसका गेम प्लान है, क्या सीन है ये, क्या
okay. Honestly, you know what? If you ask me, Raki has no malice in her heart. She's not doing this. Wo is, she doesn't want them to separate. She actually prays for them to be together. You can make that out in the things that she does say on the weekends or whenever else. And honestly, she is just ये सिर्फ entertainment के लिए कर रही है. Yeah, I don't think she's trying to make some.
मैंने सुबह उसको देखा था एक बार, वो उठी थी, उसने दूर से देखा अभिनव को उसको देखा, then she started crying in the bed with it down by and she said to herself, मैं खुश रहूंगी, मैं जो मर्जी करूंगी, मैं खुश रहना चाहती हूँ, and she started crying. So there's a moment here where we're understanding that she's not fully happy in her heart, not for them. It's about herself. उसके लिए जो उसकी लाइफ में हो रहा है, आई थिंक जैसे वो देखती है ना एक अच्छे कपल को, वो चाहती है कि ऐसा प्यार मेरा भी मेरी लाइफ में हो, और that's a serious situation. It is a
That's
serious.
true. No, that's true. वो that is coming across, and for those moments I do feel bad for her, because मुझे ऐसे लगता है कि the people that smile and laugh and make others laugh the most, and are funny, and they love to entertain other people, and like they love to make them laugh, and they look like the most jovial happy people. ये लोग अक्सर मुझे लगता है कि अंदर से they are very pained, and you do see that sensitivity. I do feel it. There are many times कि मुझे लगता है कि yeah, she's troubled. There's a part of her that is troubled, and she
Yes,
hides it
and
in
मैं
this
मैं
entertainment factor, and she hides it in the jokes and whatever else. But yeah,
मैं ज़रूर आपसे ये बोलूँगा कि ये जो राखी का जो सिचुएशन है, ये कुछ साधारण सा सिचुएशन है, ये सबके साथ होता है, लेट्स बी ऑनेस्ट। क्योंकि मैं देखता हूँ कि जो सारे इतने लोग होते हैं, इतने फेमस होते हैं, और उनमें एक बड़ी-सी बात होती है, सब कुछ एक्सपेक्ट करते हैं इस पर्सनैलिटी से। They get debaued under that pressure also of being this perfect thing for audiences, and
yeah.
वो हमेशा कहती है कि मैं वो राखी बनूंगी जो ऑडियंस को चाहिए, अब मैं ये दिखा दूंगी. So I think she's under a lot of pressure to be this Rakhi that everybody wants her to be, and really
क्योंकि
she's just a timid person who actually is very hurt inside out of her life choices maybe, or what's happened in her life, and she's not able to really talk to someone in a reality space with, to
yeah,
connect.
but I think also somewhere you're right. I agree. आपने जो बोला है, agree completely. But I also feel that somewhere inside उसको पता है कि वो कैसे शो में आई. She was on the original, on the first Big Boss ever in India. Okay, I mean, so at a time when nobody even watched Big Brother abroad or anything to even know what this show was. You just kind of heard a gist of what it's supposed to be like, and you go and experience this. Like, at least we had previous seasons to fall back on and know that okay, this is the format and this is the thing, and okay, you had some kind of idea. And she comes from that, and not only that, I mean, so many years have passed by and so much has happened in her life, and I think she does want to hold on to that and want to keep that entertaining. But let's face it, she has been extremely entertaining to this season. It was just a
हाँ,
shit show
but
this
I
season.
think उसमें वो entertainment ना, it's just natural to it. It's a part of her. She's just funny. But the thing is, I'll be honest with you, जब वो चिली के लड्डू कर रहे थे and all, at that time, when you see Rakhi feeding Abhinav because he gave that tag to somebody else and it hurt her, I think somewhere it actually did hurt her. मुझे लग रहा है कि actually उसको hurt होता है इन चीजों से. She's very sensitive. I think so.
She is. She does come across. I feel like this is something I knew about her even when I watched her in her season. And a lot of people hated her, but they didn't understand that someone like her is actually also वो बहुत sensitive है. And she does take things to heart. For example, let's talk about Sargun, who
I want to
came.
talk about this real quickly because I've got a lineup right now. Manpreet Randawa, thank you for the super chat. Andy, boss lady, Diandra, girl, you're boss lady. Did you hear Rubina's song Roach Killer? Have you heard the
Yeah.
song? I heard it. Ruby, 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 Rubina. I like the song actually.
Yes, I did.
I'd buy it.
I think it's really cool.
I think it's super cool too. Now, Mashira, thank you again. You're always there every night. I really appreciate you. Thank you for the super chat. Did you notice how lightly Salman spoke to Ejaz about the touch topic? Kind of made me think like Ejaz was trying to make things light with Ruby. Disgrace. Agreed. I'm sorry. I 100% agree with this. Like,
me too.
And woman without a permission, and how dare you try to tell us how she should feel about her, someone encroaching her space. And then 8 seconds,
And how
Abhi
should,
ne
how is
bola
anybody
कि
telling
तुम्हारा
her?
अभी ने
How
इसको
is
बोला
everybody trying to convince her? I mean, dude, if
one
I'm
thing,
upset, okay, this
there's
is
one more
my
point.
option to be upset.
Okay, but my point being that Abhinav is being told 100 times yesterday, you're not supporting your wife, you're not supporting your wife, you're not supporting your wife. And all of a sudden, when he does support his wife, you shouldn't be doing it like that. Don't support her like that.
She
Abhi
can
aise
fight
kya?
she can fight her own battles.
But you're
Why are you talking for her? I
matlab
mean,
bolna
like,
ka switch apart. It's like it's like you cannot win with these people. Basically,
yeah.
whatever Abhinav and Rubina do, it will always be wrong.
Yeah.
Always.
Lekin, I have to say one thing that a lot of the times, there is conflicting and confusing feedback that happens because the callers say one thing, the host is saying something else, someone else is saying something else, the guest comes, the guest says something else and goes, and then everybody's just like, what is going on? Like, so, the thing is, बहुत times ऐसे हो जाता है and they're just like, we've gone through it and I'm just like, what, like, okay, fine, fuck everybody, sorry for saying that, but really, like, screw everyone and
You
just do what you want to do because
I've got a comment here that I want to highlight just because I want to. But let's go to Sube. Oh God, I can't say names now. Hi, Miss Dahal. Subechala. Is that no Subecha? Sub Echa. How do you say
what?
that name? How do you say that? Can you see it?
Oh my, it's so like I have to like really super
Subechala.
close.
I'm gonna
Okay,
say Miss Dahal. Hi, Miss
yeah,
Dahal. By the way,
that sounds much cooler.
by the way, Mr. Hall is actually one of my original supporters, and she's one of my first, one of the first people to be a part of my YouTube channel. So she's always,
Oh,
I really do appreciate her, and I appreciate everybody who's. And by the way, we hit 10,000! Woohoo! 10,000
hey.
subscribers! Video with my
Okay.
tomorrow. We're gonna cut a cake. Um, so it will be an injustice to Ruby if someone else wins, even if Abhinav, she has suffered a lot and nobody deserves more than her. What do you think?
Ah, I feel yeah, okay. Initially I felt like okay, there are two and three contenders, and I felt few people that, yeah, that could be the ones touted to win. But as we're nearing the end, मुझे ऐसे लगता है कि honestly, there's too much brutality and too much poking and too much nonsense to break this woman down.
Mhm.
Every day we see it, and then we see it on the weekend some more, and it was a relief key yesterday's weekend pay we didn't see her getting bashed for a change, and so that was nice, lekin
But
yeah, I mean, she's
today they got a
really
little Duncan. Today, हल्का सा हो गया था. Ejaz,
हल्का सा हो
you
गया
are
था.
wrong. You can touch whoever you want. Ejaz,
Yeah,
come on, let me kiss your feet. Ejaz, you're a golden child. Ejaz, I couldn't take it. I was like, he is wrong. He's so rude to people in the house on a regular basis. He keeps
and
telling people he's authoritative.
he's the one who started this trend on this season to go into people's faces.
Yeah, it's not nice at all.
And even then, when it should have been stopped and nipped in the bud, Salman had said कि आप जास्मिन आपको पीछे हटना चाहिए था.
Hmm.
Remember?
Like, what is
So
all that
my
nonsense?
point is, so my point is, I feel like the bad boys are just getting glorified, and
Yeah,
I
but
feel
they are. Did you not notice something today? Salman Khan actually said the boys were right. He said that he said that the boys. This whole idea of the boys having this elite group where they're allowed to talk about women the way they want, they're allowed to be rude to people, authoritarian, they're allowed to have all these attributes which Ruby's not allowed to have. Rubina's not allowed to have those attributes.
yeah,
Only the men are
yeah,
allowed. And
yeah.
if Abhinav has them, then he's also not allowed because we
But
decided.
मैं ये कहना चाहती हूँ कि I have seen this in every season, by the way, when there is a strong woman, including my season and me, and Karishma being the way we are, we were labeled, and Dipshika being a strong woman, me. there were few of us, and we were immediately labeled bitches, we were labeled bullies, we were labeled all kinds of things. Why? Because we are opinionated, because we have a brain, because we
Yes.
are not going to listen to some guys and pander to them and fall at their feet. I mean, what is this nonsense? But if you notice, ये हर साल होता है, हर साल
It
होता
has
है.
to change.
If
अब
a man is like that, if a man is like that, he's glorified and he's even made to win. If a woman is like that, she is berated and brutalized and told everything, no, 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 this, that, the other, and it's just, you know,
it's puzzling that in a country where we have such a divide between the sexes, where the equality is not there, हमारे देश में महिला और का जो सम्मान होना चाहिए उससे बहुत कम है. That's including our moms, our sisters, our doctors, all of these people, the lawyers that are women, are not getting the respect that they deserve. And people keep saying feminist, feminist. It's not about feminism. This is about equality of sexes. And it's not equal in India, no matter what we say. एंड इस वक्त से अगर हम इस शो पर देख रहे हैं कि यहाँ पे अगर वो एक दिखा सकते थे ना दुनिया को, इंडिया को, कि हाउ इक्वालिटी ट्रूली इज, we would applaud the show. It's not about Rubina Dilek.
correct.
Not about
It's
any of this. It's about the inequality. That's what is
correct.
that's what's
Correct.
making Rubina's game stronger. Because we are
Correct.
saying, what are you doing to
And
this woman?
she, इस सबके बीच में she still tries to stay kind. Now, if they think that her kindness is authoritative and no, it's dictatorship and whatever, I mean, like which planet? Like that whole thing that happened, वो खाने के ऊपर, whatever that fight. I mean, I'm not understanding. If अगर ये same चीज किसी और ने बोला होता, would it have been better?
Yeah, no, they wouldn't even thought about it. अगर अली ने बोला होता ना, everyone would have been like, yes, 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 okay.
Correct. This is what I'm saying. So my problem is that they just, this is ego ki baat. You just not want to take it from a woman, and it's
No,
stupid. And it's
Rubina,
like,
because Rubina,
this whole thing, huh?
they've made Rubina their दुश्मन. तो अगर वो कुछ भी बोले उनको बुरा ही लगेगा. वो हमेशा उसको गलत नजर से देखेंगे, समझेंगे और हमेशा उसको गलत प्रूव करने की कोशिश करेंगे. Because they know that she is their number one competition, and that's
Correct.
fact.
Correct. And
Diandra and Ruby are similar. The way these boss ladies react to hate comments is just fire.
Thank you. That's so sweet. You know, let's talk about Nikki, because आज कुछ, I mean, today was like, suddenly it became Nikki, Batami, just went a bit like in overdrive, I felt.
I just tweeted Diandra के निकी तंबोली को बोला जाता था जब वो पहले आई थी कि जो वो अब कर रही है वो तो परफेक्ट है गेम के लिए, सही जा रही है, ऐसे ही खेलो, डोंट चेंज योरसेल्फ. ये चीजें बोली गई थी जब वो ऐसे करती थी पहले. अब वो कर रही हैं, मुझे लग रहा है क्योंकि वो रूबीना और अभिनव की तरफदारी कर रही है, अब वो गलत हो गई है. अब वो बदतमीजियां हैं. अब आपकी करियर से उस पे बाधा पड़ पाएगी. That's what he said to her today. That
मुझे समझ में नहीं आ रहा है. First, they were in between. Yesterday, they said, "Oh, don't be boring. You've suddenly become boring."
No, then, more boring than Abhinav. No.
Then more boring than Abhinav. Then today you have gone. Yeah, you're right, because she was this person in the week. She was worse than this.
Yes.
In the start of the season, and when she ran the show, she was worse than this. She's actually, in fact, I feel better now that she's returned. So I'm not understanding what was the need to take off on her. And also, I have to say this, by the way, मैं ये I've been meaning to tweet this and I keep forgetting. मुझे लगता है ना Nikki for some reason looks like she could be part of the Kardashian family. She looks like she's a mix of Kim Kardashian and Kourtney Kardashian.
Who? Nikki?
Nikki,
Really?
like, don't you think so?
I
If
don't.
you see her face,
I don't look at them that closely. These Kardashians. I'll be honest with you. I really am not someone who follows them. But yeah, maybe. But it's might because the makeup she does and the way she does her hair. That's very Kardashian. I get that for sure.
I feel like her face does. She looks like a mix of the two of them, and she looks like she could fit into that family.
That's not a bad thing because she got the boobs and the bum, so she's there with that way. I mean, she needs to get a bigger bum if she wants to be in that family. Let's be honest.
That's okay. That तो they'll give her.
They'll give her. मैं आपके पास बड़ी आस लेके आई हूँ. नहीं, मेरे पास ready है. Thank you.
She can be with Kendall. Kendall doesn't have a big bum. She's
Kendall. She can't be Kendall. She'll have to get way thinner, even though she's so thin now. But she'll have to get even thinner to be like Kendall.
but she fits in, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, okay, I'll give you that. Okay, Naveen Shehbaz. Hi, thank you for the super chat, Naveen. Why SK didn't bash Rahul the way he did Rubina? जब राहुल ने गलत understand किया कि सोनाली की बेटी को हरामजादी बोला because him सोनाली ज्यादा बोली.
This is what we spoke about earlier. That
Yes.
उसने इतना brutally उसको नहीं. I mean, he did chop him. He did say मैं पूछ नहीं रहा था, मैं बता रहा था. When Rahul went into some long explanation and all of that. लेकिन it was very not as harsh as he's been with Rubina.
Wow, I got a super sticker. I love that. Prashna Martolia. Super sticker. Woo, woo. I love that.
Wow, what is all this?
I don't even know. Like I'm discovering it myself.
Teach me all these things.
I think I have to teach you, yeah? I have to teach you. Oh, there's more. I love this. Siddhant Singh, actually the most regular constant of all the BB contestants is the host himself, telling others how to feel and talk as if he is the benchmark. Grow up. Mic drop moment. Siddhant Singh, ये तुम बोल डाला.
I think मुझे लगता है at the end of this, I think what SK भी बहुत. Don't you think SK is looking a bit tired now? Like he's just fed up with this show. I think they should just get someone new, honestly, because he also looks like he's tired now. He looks like he's fed up.
मैं नहीं सुन सकता हमारे सलमान के बारे में ऐसी चीज है. Cannot hear it. All I can do is I can say this कि हाँ, one thing I do agree with you. He is the regular component in the show बहुत सालों से, and I think look, I agree to this point कि Salman Khan keeps coming on the show. I have felt this for a long time. वो सलमान खान आते हैं और वो बोलते हैं कि उनका एडवाइस ये है. अब ये बात क्यों है, वो सही है, वो गलत है, वो अलग बात है. वो देते हैं एडवाइस. अभी मेरे ऊपर है या फिर कंटेस्टेंट के ऊपर है कि अगर वो एडवाइस वो लेना चाहते हैं, इट कैनॉट बी कि मैंने जजमेंट दे दी है और आपको अभी लेना पड़ेगा. ये गलत है. मैं ये नहीं कह रहा कि सलमान खान के पास रुतबा नहीं है, उसके पास एक्सपीरियंस नहीं है, उसको दे सकता है अपना एडवाइस, पर क्या वो सही है, वो अलग बात है. क्या वो सही है?
He's not gonna always be right. And also, let's clarify something here. क्योंकि मुझे लगता है this is very important, and I feel a lot of people blame SK only, when in fact we have to understand कि also he is hired to do a job. It is not his job. He is not writing this script. तो उसको कान में बोला जाता है कौन सा topic touch करना है. It's by the makers, it's by the producers, the people who are handling this show, the makers. So
देखो मैं भी host हूँ.
No, I'm just saying. I'm not saying he's completely faultless. I'm not taking sides. I'm saying so let's also make the audience understand that it is not just when जब वीकेंड पे जब सलमान चीजें बोल रहा है वो हमेशा नेसेसरी ये नहीं होता है कि ये उनके ही है thoughts कि यही topic पे touch करना है, क्योंकि he is also being told what topics to touch upon and not touch upon and talk about and not talk about.
I agree with you, Diandra, मैं आपसे बिल्कुल सहमत हूँ, पर मैं ये भी बात कहूंगा, डेविल्स एडवोकेट, कि सलमान खान को कोई कुछ नहीं बोल सकता बोलने के लिए. अगर he wants to take the subject and mold it into what he wants to say in his way, वो तो वो करता है, that is given. Now someone like me who is a host, जब मुझे स्क्रिप्ट मिलती है, मुझे कोई हक नहीं होता कि मैं उस स्क्रिप्ट को बदलूं, क्योंकि मैं उतना like I am nothing next to Salman Khan, but Salman Khan can say, I'll say it the way I want.
But he does do that, and that's him.
So I think sometimes things go, like for instance, एक जो हुआ था पिछले वीकेंड पे, जब बोला गया था एजाज को कि आपको यहाँ लेटना है, पवित्र पुनिया के साथ लेटना है, वो थोड़ा बहुत ज्यादा लग रहा था स्क्रीन के ऊपर. हम सब ऐसे हो गए थे घर बैठ के, like, ये क्या बोल रहे हैं?
Yeah, I mean, okay, joke and all in one side, but like, and okay, let me tell you one thing, okay, on this note of letna chahte hai and all that, and then they only say फैमिली शो है. अरे तो फिर आप दिखाते क्यों हो और ये ऐसे चीजें बोलते क्यों हो और एडिट करके दिखाते क्यों हो इतना लव स्टोरी, ये वो ये, यू ऑल शो ऑल दैट, डिस्कस करते हैं, लेटना सब बोलेंगे, यू टॉक अबाउट ऑल ऑफ दिस एंड देन उसके बाद में बोलेंगे कि लेकिन एक फैमिली शो है.
एक क्वेश्चन आया था यहाँ पे, मुझे मिल नहीं रहा, पर यहाँ पे किसी ने पूछा था कि इस हफ्ते क्या ऐसे लग रहा था कि निकी को सबलिमिनल मैसेजेस दिए जा रहे हैं कि उसको अपना रिलेशनशिप अभिनव रुबीना के साथ तोड़ देना चाहिए, जिस तरीके से उसको बोला गया था शी शुड गो होम, बदतमीज है, बोरिंग लग रही है, should she leave Rubina and Abhinav now and play her own game?
मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि हर सीजन में हर किसी को और हर फ्रेंडशिप को, जो हर रिलेशनशिप वो घर में बिल्ड हो जाते हैं, कोशिश किया जाता है कि इसको तोड़ने के लिए. दैट इज द गेम. तो people are saying all of these things. I feel that she is actually better off in Rubina's company and Abhinav, and she really is, because Abhinav does tell her, उसको बोलता है कि आप गाली मत दो, आपको झगड़ा करना है आप करो. When the whole Sonali episode happened and that fight happened, he explained all those things to her. So that's good. Unlike someone like a Rahul or whoever else who instigate and they lagao chabi more for people to do more things, and it becomes very ridiculous. I think problem ye hai, see, Nikki had a lot of chances when she started. The thing is, she fizzled off. वो खुश हो गई. You see, it didn't last. She lost steam. She lost that fire. And it just became one track. It became one faceted, I mean, there's nothing else. So honestly, I feel now it's just, there are few people who are there and they're just there because, it's
for numbers.
So let's call it supporting cast.
Exactly. Supporting cast is a very good one. Anisha Singh Carey, do you think Sonali wasn't eliminated this week so she can improve her image or something after Rubina fight because she is coming out very negative? तो क्या
मुझे लगता है कि सोनाली के बाहर के जो गुंडा के बारे में, ये गूंस के बारे में बातें करती रहती है, आई थिंक वो कलर्स के ऑफिस में बैठे हैं और उनको एलिमिनेट, वो दे थ्रेटनिंग देम टू नॉट एलिमिनेट.
सोनाली मैडम को निकाला, तुम लोगों को निकालेगा.
अपना सोनाली मैडम को निकालेंगे ना तो देखना क्या करते हैं.
जो कलर्स ऑफिस है वो मुंबई में है और वहां पे ना हरियाणा का जो भी है वो यहाँ नहीं आ सकता. आई डोंट थिंक, मैं गलत भी हो सकता हूँ.
नेवर नो.
नहीं, पर नहीं, महाराष्ट्र में शिवसेना स्ट्रांग है, ऐसा तो ही नहीं सकता. नो नो नो, I'm not letting it happen. No. Okay. It says, why you guys didn't raise your voice against Siddharth Shukla for his misogynistic behavior in BB13? उसके फैंस ये डर रहे लग रहे हैं, ये फिर selective stand लेते क्यों हो? That's not true. CIS, शायद आपने ये देखा नहीं होगा, मुझे बहुत ट्रोल करा गया है पिछले साल से, जब मैं सिद्धार्थ के अगेंस्ट बोलता था और जब वो करता था पिछले साल कुछ भी ऐसा, क्योंकि मैंने पिछले साल देखा था, मैंने रिव्यू नहीं किया था पर मैंने देखा था, और जहाँ-जहाँ पे उसने गलत की चीज़ें की, खास करके जो मुझे मिसोजिनिस्टिक लगी, मैंने ट्विटर पे बोला था और साफ स्पष्ट से बोला था कि मुझे ये गलत लग रहा है, और जब वो जीता भी था, तो मुझे भी लगा था वो गलत जीता है, क्योंकि I said at that time, how can they make someone win who is representing men like this and making this whole idea? But they made him win. And the thing is, I stood up against it last year. So, Sia, I'm sorry, you're wrong. Please go check my last year's tweets. You'll see it. And you'll see all the trolling also. And jab maine
Okay,
ye,
I would like to say that I didn't watch the season, so I had nothing to say because I just didn't watch it. So
so, so sorry. Another question, Kanvi. Kanav Kapoor says, will Raki flip this week?
what do you mean? Flip?
देखो देखो, राखी का जो है ना, वो कान की बहुत कच्ची है, उसका पता नहीं चलता। अब एंड ऑफ एपिसोड, आज का एंड ऑफ एपिसोड क्या था, कहाँ बैठी थी, किसके साथ बाहर बैठी थी, अर्शी, एजाज और सबके साथ फिर से बैठी थी। हाँ हाँ, अब मैं सबके साथ हंसूंगी, खेलूंगी। बेसिकली शी इज अंडरस्टूड फ्रॉम द वीकेंड के शी इज ओनली विद अभिनव एंड ऑल, एंड नाउ शी इज बिकमिंग देयर puppet, and that whole thing. So now
हाँ,
definitely she is going to try and open a circle, but because अली ने उसको बहुत कुछ बोल दिया था इस हफ्ते, तो इसलिए वो नहीं कर पा रही थी उसके साथ कुछ भी, पर क्योंकि अब वो साफ हो चुका है, सो मे बी शी विल डेफिनेटली ओपन हर गेम नाउ, मे बी।
but she was always उसने पहले भी बोला है बीन बैग पे कि मैं कोई ग्रुप में नहीं है, मेरा कोई झुंड नहीं है, मैं अकेली मैं सबके साथ बैठती हूँ, मैं सबके साथ जो भी है झगड़ा करूंगी एंड ऑल दैट। रिमेंबर व्हेन दैट एट वन पॉइंट सम इशू वाज हैपनिंग एंड मुझे आई मीन एनी विच वेज आई डोंट थिंक कि it's a very big deal as long as Raki keeps entertaining us, whether she sits here or there, whoever goes and sits on the roof of the house with the crows, I don't care. But
She doesn't do something weird, because there is that possibility of weirdness from her. Um, you know what I mean? Acha, Ishita Jindal trophy should be given to Ejaz whether he is in the house or not. Meaning of husband and BB, no right to say anything to anyone, even if wife is uncomfortable. If doesn't say anything, he is not a good husband. So basically, what we had said earlier, that basically Ejaz ko trophy de do whether he's in the house or not. That's sarcasm, because
but Ejaz is
no right
leaving. What's going on?
It's just nonsense. That was, I completely understood. Manpreet Randawa back again. Woo woo. Thank you for the super chat. Raful, Arshi, Ejaz are way more battamiz than Nikki. Why are they not bashed? Can somebody tell me this, Diandra? Nikki has not been that battamiz. She only answers you back when you talk shit.
Now these other people have taken over in Battamizi. I mean, what are they talking? And these guys are calling her Battamiz. They themselves are so Battamiz. Ejaz is so Battamiz. Rahul is so like beyond Battamiz. And Ali also. I mean, what? I don't understand it. When they do all this, it's okay. But this is the problem. Oof,
not even mentioned.
I can't.
In fact, it's opposite. You can touch her hand. It was funny. You did it nicely. No, he was barking at her. And then he charged her and then whacked her on her hand. Excuse me? Excuse me? If someone did that to me, I would hate it. I would feel threatened.
I tweeted and said if this was outside the house and there was a fight going on and I was arguing with somebody and a guy came and did this to me, he would have got slapped.
Yeah. And
that's
then
what would happen.
You tell me something, Raful, whatever his name is. Now, Rahul, you tell me outside the house, you're 5'7", you're talking to a 6'3" man and calling him Halka. Now, outside the house, Rahul, you talk to his wife like that. What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen, darling? You're gonna be flat. You're gonna be flat. And that's the truth. Rahul जितना बकवास बकता है ना, वो घर के बाहर एक सेकंड भी खड़ा नहीं हो सकता.
I have to say on this note that Abhinav really, I want to give him an award for his patience and his sabr. And I feel like, okay, as much as, it may have not been interesting or whatever everybody said to him and all of that, he's really picked up everything and he is saying what he has to and he does make sense. And why aren't we glorifying nice men like this. Why are we glorifying assholes?
आदमी होते हैं, हिंदुस्तानी आदमी ऐसे होते हैं, कितने अच्छे होते हैं, ऐसे बनने की कोशिश करो। नहीं नहीं, जो बकवास बकते हैं, जो पीछे से वार करते हैं, जो मतलब कि सबको मैनिपुलेट करते हैं, औरतों की बेइज्जती करते
Misogynistic
हैं,
comments,
उनको आगे लो।
homophobic comments, bullying, talking, giving horrible names, name calling, degrading places, saying all kinds of things. All this is glorified. The toxicness is glorified, and that these are the cool people. And someone like this who speaks sense, who has patience, who's not going to beat someone and getting aggressive for no rhyme or reason. And I mean, what is going on? Like, really, we've lost the plot.
Yeah. Now, Harsha Prabhakar Dheer says, Kabaddi, 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 Raful ne pehanta sote time chaddi. Just so you know. I just, when I saw this in the comments, I laughed. And when you were talking, so I had to put it up. I was like, I need this comment. I need this comment in this.
Right, Nikki said. तो क्या है? कोई लोग पहनते तो कोई लोग नहीं पहनते. Okay, but I want to say one thing.
कबड्डी कबड्डी रफूल नहीं पहनता सोते टाइम चड्डी.
And he got so upset by this whole thing, but he talks all kinds of shit all day long to everyone, and he thinks it's very funny and it's okay. That's all funny. जब उसके बाद उस पे बात आती है ना, तब मतलब he just can't handle it. Then his face becomes like.
He's such an idiot. Okay, Ishita Jindal says, news is Ejaz will come back after 3 weeks. Devlin is coming in as proxy for him. Vikas also has entered back in live feed. So we've had Devolina and Vikas have come back in the live feed. So they are back. So Vikas ko to matlab desk pe jaake ab wo puri, and he was online on his what's it called, social media and everything. So I'm sorry, but again, someone has gone out. For how many times can you go out and come back? Is there any law against it?
Wait 1 minute. I just want to. I want to understand. This season is ending anytime this year, or it will end in 2022? With the amount of this is not even like a hotel anymore. It has become like a free park with like no entry fee. It's just like come whenever you go, whenever, do whatever you want to do.
Diandra, I'm telling you, you and me were gonna be in that house by the end of the season, top 2. Somehow, you and me gonna be like lifting the trophy. Oh, like, ye kaise hua? It's like, what is
going on? I'm not understanding what is going on. And Vikas is just entering and going away like it is his Sasural's house.
But like, he's being told everything that they need him to do. अच्छा अच्छा ठीक है, तो go inside now. अभी ऐसे ऐसे करना, ऐसे ऐसे ना करना. Then how can there be any sanctity to his coming in the house? Because everybody is going to be like, he's obviously a spy. He's a Bigg Boss spy. Every time he leaves with and he just leaves. He goes outside, does what he wants, does all his work.
But I really thought he was so unwell, and I put this tweet out saying all kinds of things, and now what? He's dressing up and going back in.
Yeah, he's in the house already. And Devonina's come in place of Ejaz. Now Ejaz will come back after 3 weeks after his shoot. Now, I understand he has a shoot.
After 3 weeks after his shoot. When is this show ending? Okay, I can't do any more reviews. I cannot do any more tweets, and I cannot watch this show. Bigg Boss. Why did I watch this season? Why did I watch this season?
1 second, someone's telling me something else. Okay, Paige Rose says, you are wrong, Andy. Okay, then that's a really big, but about what? Can you tell me about what, please? Okay. I need to know I'm wrong.
I just want to say to this person that they'll never become the Bigg Boss host, because you can't just come on and say you were wrong.
Like, you are wrong. No, I am right.
Okay, whatever.
Anisha Singh Thakur says Manu Punjabi said that Raki's husband Bigg Boss mein aa sakte hain, and Jasmine too. Yaar,
boss, this show is not ending. I'm telling you, I am done. I am leaving. I am leaving because this show is never going to
No,
end. I
no,
think it is
no,
going
no.
to go on and on and on and on. And I'm sorry, I'm leaving you to your own devices. Andy, you can please review this till 2022. I'm done.
Huh? 1 second. What is this? Yeah, there's something new. News breaking.
What?
Mashira Chaudhary says, "Thank you for the super chat. Do you see Vikas post with Disha? Isn't it all weird? How Raful gets out of all the problem. What does that mean? Mashira, please answer me. What do you mean? What post? I didn't see this. Why am I not?
He had posted pictures with her in his hotel room the last time he went out. Disha came to see him and hung out with him and sat on his lap and something in the corridor and some photographs and everything that he's posted about from his hotel room.
Why? Don't
Why?
do this. Don't do this. What is that about? I just
Why?
why? Don't do all this, please. I don't want to see that. Don't do it. Um, wait. I thought, like they said, by February they're gonna finish Bigg Boss. Okay.
Which Feb? Next year?
So
When
tell me,
is the show going to end? How many more finale? How many more people are going to enter and exit? Chalo, we
Ruby-
also go. Come on, Andy.
No, I know,
Come on, let's go.
Ruby, मैं बता रहा हूँ कि you and me will go na and will win somehow. It'll become that we are top two. It can happen. It can happen. Yeah, we'll go in there and we'll fight against Rubina. Rubina, two. Rubina. Rubina. And then we'll be like, and they'll be like, 1 second, Andy, तुमने बहुत सही किया ऐसे करके रूबीना को. It's just like, कुछ भी, anything can happen. There's no rules. Talk to the talk to the hand.
Talk to the hand. Firstly,
That's
her
not
hand.
touching
Firstly, her hand was not here. It was here.
It was here.
It was not here. Talk to the hand is like this.
Yes.
Okay? Now,
Yes.
this is not talk to the hand.
This is not talk to the hand. Stop it. I don't like this nonsense. It's just full effing
Andy!
nonsense.
Andy! Andy!
Huh?
You are wrong.
I'm wrong. Yes, I agree. I'm wrong.
One second, after 1 hour of this chat, this person has typed, Andy, you are wrong. We have spoken about so many things. What are you talking about?
Can I ask you something? Ejaz is leaving the house for 3 weeks, coming back, so he's gonna go directly to the finale. Is that what we're saying?
It's going to go directly to Pavitra Punya.
That I didn't think of. Oh, 3 हफ्ते के बाद हमें पता चलेगा पवित्र पुनिया और क्या उनकी शादी हो जाएगी 3 हफ्ते में?
नहीं वो लेटेंगे ना. I'm repeating what the host said. I'm repeating what the host said.
एजाज के फैन है इन तक ट्रोल करेंगे तुम्हें ऐसे बोल रही है लेटना सलमान जी तो कुछ भी बोल सकते हैं तुम नहीं कह सकती. Don't you know? Talk to no, 1 second. Sorry. Talk to my hand.
Talk to my hand.
Talk to my hand.
Talk to my hand. Talk to it.
Talk to my hand.
Talk to my finger. Finger off. Finger off.
Oh my god, this show is going into absurd levels. Absurd.
Like, what is going on? She talks like this. Rubina uses her hands to talk. She does these gestures and she does, okay, chup raho and all. Like, how does this hand here become talk to the hand? Which is like, look sideways, like, Talk to the hand. What?
Oh, look, I've got Amisha Gungnani says Andy, just so you know.
Okay.
And then we've got 007 James Bond. James Bond is talking to you, Diandra. Diandra from Orissa. No, Diandra's not from Orissa. Oh, double heart. Sorry, there's hearts. There's hearts there. My fault. My fault. I was just like, eh? What's
Love from yeah.
yeah, got it. Double hearts. Femnazi from Rubina. What does that mean? Are we
Um,
feminazi?
Ask them if they know what the meaning of Nazi is first.
Yeah,
Forget feminazi.
yeah. So Black Kitten Nature XOXO. What is a Nazi? Please tell me in the comments. Like, I'm just looking at these comments. I have to get some of the most retarded ones also, because I get really nice ones, obviously. But I also want
Listen
to.
now, it's been 1 hour, 5 minutes. I want to go to sleep now. Huh?
No, you can't sleep. I won't let you. Acha, theek hai, you go to sleep. But you can sleep like this. We can just do
Nonsense.
live work to sleep. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for joining us tonight. It's been amazing with you guys. I love doing these chats, and thank you, Diana, for being with me. I hope कि next
Thank
Sunday
you.
आप आएंगी. I've
No,
got
I'm stopping. I'm not.
friends.
I don't think I can
I
commit
won't
to
let you
this.
stop.
People are just
You've got
leaving, going,
announcement.
coming, entering.
Hello?
God knows what the fuck is going on.
We've got
What?
announcements. Don't you have an announcement, Diana? Announcement.
I have an announcement to make.
Yeah, you have an announcement. You have a brand new account on Instagram.
Oh my god, guys! Oh my god, I forgot. Okay, so you're so sweet, Andy. Okay, so guys, I have a new account on Instagram. It is called the number two, DI, and the number 4, which means to die for by Diandra Soares. And it's my new brand, so please follow it. And I'm going to be announcing something very, very, very exciting soon. And since I'll give you a little hint, since all you guys always tell me that you loved my style, you loved my fashion, you loved my makeup, you loved my hair, you loved all the crazy things and crazy outfits and everything that I did do on the show. I am, it has all of these aspects in it, so it's going to be something interesting. So
Yay!
follow
Good
me.
luck with that. It's amazing.
Thanks.
I'm already
Thanks.
following it, guys, so follow it on Instagram. I've also got an Instagram post up right now. So if you're on my account, you can directly link into that and link for that and join. I'll post it up again at some point as well. So I'll let you guys know. Now, tomorrow at 6 p.m. India time, यानी कि 6 बजे IST पे संभावना सेठ आ रही है Andy's Royalties में talk show में. So that will be super fun. और 22 जनवरी पे मन्नू पंजाबी जी आ रहे हैं मेरे शो में Andy's Royalties talk show में.
1 second, is Manu Punjabi all right, and has he recovered, and is he also going back into the Bigg Boss house? Please ask him. And I love Sambhavna. I love her. She's one of my dearest friends, and we were on Fear Factor together. That's how we got to know each other, and she's super, super fun. I'm really surprised she's not watching this season, and she hasn't been tweeting and putting out stuff on Bigg Boss. It's the first time. Otherwise, she has some really interesting stuff to
Yes,
say. Yeah.
exactly. So I think
So
it's
this
going
will
to be
be
super
fun.
fun with her. It's going to be super fun with her. I think Manu Punjabi also. I messaged him and he seems to be okay. और उन्होंने मुझे 22 जनवरी की डेट दी है, तो इसका मतलब है तो तब तक तो वो घर के अंदर नहीं जाएंगे. होपफुली अगर चले जाते तो मुझे कैंसिल करना पड़ेगा. बट आई होप नॉट कि मनु पंजाबी आएंगे. और उन्होंने मुझे बोला कि आपसे मुझे लड़ाई करनी है. तो आई वाज लाइक चलो ठीक है, हम ऑनलाइन कर लेंगे. I don't know मैंने क्या बोल दिया है. But I'm okay.
What?
I don't know.
Okay.
But he's a sweet guy. I've met him a few times and he's a really sweet guy
Oh,
actually.
really? Okay. I don't know. To me, he looks like he's someone who's who thinks that he's like too smart and knows everything, and I would have a problem with a know-it-all.
I think that we'll see on the day कि क्या होता है क्या नहीं होता है. But guys, do tune in to Andy's Royalties कल 5 बजे.
You can always show the hand, Andy.
तो कल 6 बजे इंडिया का टाइम संभावना सेठ Andy's Royalties लाइव. और 22 को मनु पंजाबी लाइव मेरे साथ हैं. वो भी शायद 6 बजे ही होगा. तो look out for that, guys. And if you haven't already seen it, go see my Bigg Boss fashion please. वो अभी मैंने ऑनलाइन किया हुआ है एंड थैंक यू डायंड्रा अगेन फॉर बीइंग हियर। आई होप कि मैं आपको उकसाऊँ ताकि आप नेक्स्ट वीक भी मेरे साथ रिव्यू करो। अभी से नो, विल सी जब कुछ गलत होता है ना घर के अंदर फिर तुम खुद ही मुझे फ़ोन करके बोलोगी, "आंटी लेट्स डू इट नाउ, लेट्स डू इट नाउ" एंड या टॉक टू माय हैंड। Bye,
Bye.
bye everybody. Take care.